Hi all, today we're setting up multi-channel routing with the Superior Drummer 3 in Reaper. Now, there are a bunch of great drum VST plugins out there. My favorite is the TuneTrack Superior Drummer 3, and you can easily get great results using it for mixing, as well as coming up with drum parts and things like that. One challenge we often have is getting the routing right so that you can mix it like a normal drum kit. And to be honest, it is a bit finicky doing this in Reaper. But I'm going to show you the easy way to do it today. I've got a MIDI drum part here, and I've loaded up, I think it's a Yamaha kit. Playing through a section here first. This is a good starting point for later tweaking, and for mixing we always want to have each individual parts on individual tracks inside Reaper. So the first thing we have to do is go to the mixer inside Superior Drummer. We have the various kick parts here: kicking, out, sub, snare, top and bottom, hi-hat, toms, overheads and ambience. And what we want to do is go here where it says apply multi-channel outputs. And you'll see here we now have the kick tracks on output 1 and 2, snare on 3 and 4, hi-hat on 7 and 8, toms on 9 and 10, overhead on 11 and 12, and ambience on 13 and 14. And by starting playback now, you hear that we only hear the kick drum. This is because inside Reaper we only have 1 and 2. So our next step now is to create new tracks where we send the individual elements. And you have it here in the plugin window. And the second from the bottom here is the one we want. Build multi-channel routing for output of selected effects. Click that one. And we can close the plugin window. And you can see all the sends down here. Also, as you may have noticed, we now have 16 stereo tracks here. And we don't need them all. There's nothing in 5 and 6. And nothing after 13 and 14. So we just select those tracks and delete them. This now leaves us with 6 stereo tracks. Or we could go in the mixer and manually route every mic to its separate track. You can do that as well. I'm going to turn off the EQ inside Superior Drummer there. Don't really like that one too much. Sounds much better. Open the mixer, we can now see we have the MIDI track here and the audio tracks here. And we can now do all the processing we would like on all the individual audio tracks, which should get us a killer mix in the end. And this is basically the main points of how you would do it with pretty much any drum VST or other samplers. The principle is the same, although the routing can be a bit different inside the plugins. And doing it this way, you will pretty much always end up with a much better end result. And obviously, the cool thing we can do with this is save as a track template. Just type there, insert track from template. There you have another drum kit. Should have the same sounds. If we go into the Superior Drummer plugin again, we can see that all of the routing is already done for us. So once you've set this up, save it as a track template, and you can get going in a few seconds for your next project or mix. Hope you found that helpful. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. Leave comments or questions if you have them. And I'll be back very soon.